Hello everyone, Snupworth here, and welcome to another Family Q&A
Nice
Friday!
Woohoo!
Welcome back to another wonderful. Oh
Uh-huh.
Down it goes. Welcome to another Q&A on Friday. Today is Friday, March 11th, 2016.
I have nothing to mess with. Take the remote.
And I would like to formally welcome all of you to another Q&A on Friday.
Unfortunately.
Yay!
You had a hair stuck to your cheek. Thank you very much. So, as always, I like to say this in the beginning, even though I don't always remember to say it, because I still, to this day, get people asking how to submit a question. In the comments below, I have a lot of this video. I still have people that ask on Twitter because they say they don't have a YouTube account. Unfortunately,
Then make one.
I don't know what else to tell you as of right now.
If you're able to make a Twitter account, then you're able to make a YouTube account.
Well, you never know. Maybe their parents
You
will
need
allow it.
you need an email for YouTube too, or for your Twitter.
So either way, if you guys would like to submit a comment or a question for us to have, a chance for us to, to answer, do so in the comments of this video. How we get our questions for next week is we pull questions from this video and answer them on the next week's video. So thank you guys again for joining us. Sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, grab some tea, a potted plant,
A Red Bull.
Sprite, Red Bull, and some Chinese chocolate chip cookies.
Can I go grab a Coke really quick?
Those are really good.
Are they?
So, at any rate, welcome to another Q&A. Let's jump into it. First one comes from a Gavin Yaldo. Hello, Ask FG and crew. If you were to pick a style of bedroom, what would it be? P.S. Love the videos and never stop.
A big bedroom with a bathroom.
Jacuzzi tub
I'd want.
in the bedroom.
I like the style of bedroom that I have already, but instead of the bed that I have, I want it like a loft bed because I want to put my desk underneath. You want to have like lights and stuff, and like more lights than whatever.
Yeah, but it would be kind of a pain to climb up and down.
I really.
I had a bed like that for about a year, and at first it was so much fun to go up and down. But trust me, if you forget that you're in the bunk bed and you get up really fast, you'll smash your face into the ceiling. It's happened so many times.
As for, I like my bedroom now.
Jacuzzi tub in the bedroom. Fireplace.
I wish we had a fireplace in our bedroom, but if my ultimate dream bedroom isn't so much of a style as it is, I wish I had a view of the ocean, like overlooking the ocean.
That would be pretty
Like
cool.
a tropical ocean, not like Pacific Northwest, cold, rainy ocean.
You want a blue ocean.
A Hawaiian ocean.
Like, you know those bungalows in Bora Bora that you see
call me?
pictures of that sit over the water?
Yeah.
That would be my room with a glass floor so that way I can see all the fish and stuff underneath.
That would be pretty cool.
That's
That's like a multi-million-dollar home.
Just so you know,
Right. So when I
Also-
win the lottery,
Yeah.
that'll be my home.
So I trust you. I want one of those houses too, and I've looked into the price of those.
The question is, what is my dream bedroom? That's my dream bedroom. Overlooking an ocean.
Is unreasonable.
just so you know, Tyler, another thing with your loft bed, another thing I had, is you can't have your phone by your bed.
Where you can get one of those long cords.
An
It
extension
still
cord.
won't reach.
An extension cord.
Well,
Just saying. At any rate, next question from a gamer fan, DBZ. What next-gen console do you guys prefer? Probably PlayStation.
PlayStation.
I think I've played a handful of games on my Xbox, and I
Nintendo
don't.
64.
The only thing that Xbox is good for is the sports games that they have. Other than that,
I don't touch it. We play rock
Band.
or Guitar Hero, rock band. We play golf. We play a couple other games.
and soccer. And that's
Other than that, it literally is collecting dust. Like, I bought Xbox thinking that I was going to play every game that came out, but there's
I play
really not a lot
Assassin's
of stuff.
PlayStation.
So PlayStation 4 for me.
Nintendo 64.
that and Microsoft's marketing that they did for Xbox kind of made me angry. So
Next question from a Michelle Grant. Ask Tyler, do you have a girlfriend? And P.S. I love your vids.
no,
a
I do
single
not.
Pringle.
Thank you.
He's a single Pringle.
A single Pringle.
Yes.
These are actually quite delicious.
I told you.
Yeah, we have Pringles in them.
How do we know these are Chinese?
Next question
Like
from a
Japanese.
Sophie Park. Ask Bear, when is the next time you're traveling?
Let me see them.
June.
Japanese.
I think June is our next trip.
Our next big one,
Oh, you were supposed to be going to PAX East.
and that's actually one of the questions.
But as of right now, our next trip is going to be in June, late June, early July,
What are these?
to go to Scotland.
They're great.
They're
They're
great
grape
Twizzlers.
crushed Twizzlers.
They have a
smell like-
weird
Ask
aftertaste.
They
Snapple,
smell like
when you
cancer.
play games, have you fallen off your chair?
I've fallen out of my chair. Not like
I have.
not-
This is directed to Snapple,
Okay,
not you.
I'm
So
I have,
nobody thinks
because I
it's you.
have had
Nobody
this
cares.
happen before.
Okay, Snapple.
I have fallen out of my chair once, not due to like scaredness or anything, but one time I was messing around in my chair underneath my loft bed, and there's a part of my loft bed where there was like a ladder, and my wheel ended up getting stuck on the side of the ladder, and the whole chair flipped back. It was in the middle of a video too, and I think
True
I said
story.
I was like I fell out of my chair, and everyone started laughing.
I was just sitting on the edge of my chair.
Yeah, that's
and I was
nice.
in the middle
As
of the CS:GO
Pixie,
match. I
if
just
you were
slipped off.
forced to take your blockhead off in Roblox, would you?
Well, I mean, if
No.
she's forced, she
If you're
kinda
forced,
has to.
yeah. She was like,
I
no.
mean, well, unless Roblox came to me and said, "Hey, you're not allowed to have this blockhead anymore. Like we're getting rid of it," and
And then she'll just delete her account.
yeah.
There's no going back from Blockhead.
Tyler, how much Robin have you spent on Roblox?
Robin.
I think they're
Robux.
maybe trying to say Robux, and then the
Maybe autocorrect.
I was
it.
gonna say like I none.
you
Robux,
spent a lot.
A lot.
All of us have spent a lot of Robux.
Not me.
But
Especially me. I used to have like 10,000.
she used to
Robux.
have OBC for years, and she used to have tens of thousands of Robux, and then
I would save it, and I was so obsessed with
Bear. Stop.
Roblox, not Robux.
yeah. Ask FGN Crew, have you thought of any game series?
Like I'm assuming they mean like new game series, and if that's the case, I mean, I think we're
Well-
having a lot of fun with the Division.
We're playing The Division. We're
Dying
playing Dying Light. I
I
mean,
hate Dying Light with
I
a
love
passion.
Dying Light. I love Dying Light.
With
So-
a passion that burns hotter than the sun, but I suffer through it for you guys.
I think it'd be pretty cool if we all played Dark Souls.
I hate Dying Light. I hate
I hate
the
Bloodborne.
nightmares.
So thank you, Sophie, for all those
They're
questions.
beautiful.
Next one comes from an equestrian girl, 1999.
My little
And you and
town.
Tyler play Who's Your Daddy again.
They had a lot of updates on it. Like you can like douse yourself in gasoline and run around on fire.
Yes.
They made it a lot harder for the dad now though.
So yes, we will play some more Who's Your
You
Daddy
guys were
again.
they were actually just talking about that today, this afternoon.
So, yes, equestrian girl, we will play some more Who's Your Daddy again. You can count on that.
Yep.
Next one from a Jonathan Ortega. If you were on a desert and you have to pick one food, what will it be?
I want
P.S.
one of
I love
those-
your channel.
I want one of those cactuses you cut open, you drink the water, and you hallucinate.
Is it desert or desert island?
Just a desert,
If you were on a desert, I'm assuming they maybe meant desert island, but
or
it
maybe
just says
in a desert.
Or in a desert?
if you can pick one food, what would it be?
I wouldn't want to pick a food. I want to choose one of those
Doesn't matter.
cactus things.
It says to pick a food.
Then I'll eat the fruits off of the cactus that I drink.
There you go. Pasta alla vodka.
Right, because you're gonna find pasta. Just
He said if I
gleaming
could
bowl.
have one food, what would it be? And that's what I would want.
I want ramen.
I would want. I don't know. Like I don't have like a favorite. Reese's peanut butter cups. How's that?
There
No, but
you
those
go.
would melt.
Doesn't matter. You already
That
picked
you
it.
probably get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The heat.
That and how much chocolate.
The-
You should
Sugar.
give me my ring back. That sounds like a plan.
Next question from a random empire. Snapple, are you a popular girl in school? And if you were a famous musical person, what instrument would you choose?
I'm not popular. I mean, I wouldn't say if I really wanted to, I could be.
She's like,
But-
if I really want to be popular, I could be, but I choose not to because
I
I'd like to
know.
make other people feel good.
No, it's not. Like, I don't want.
She
I-
likes to
I
have
don't- I
her
don't-
select group of friends.
Yeah, I don't want to be popular, and I don't like making new friends. I really only have maybe 3 friends, like good friends at school, and it's quality, not quantity.
And if you were a famous musical person, what instrument would you choose?
Wait, never mind. That was a stupid question. I was like, wait, am I the instrument? No, I'm not the instrument.
Oh my god, just answer the question.
If you were a famous musical person.
Violin. She'd choose violin.
Probably a cello.
Cello?
The most random freaking instrument.
That is not a random
No,
instrument.
the
You know what?
random instrument would be
Taryn-
like the
okay,
piccolo
you know what?
or something.
Taryn, if you're watching this, she's the most weird girl in this entire freaking world ever. She plays Guitar Hero. The only way she can play Guitar Hero is if she holds the guitar like a cello, and she holds it like this up above her head. And it's the only way she can play guitar on Rock Band.
I love Taryn. I love her for her.
I love it when she comes over. She's funny, but she's freaking weird.
She's not weird. She's just
out of
quirky.
the ordinary.
She's quirky. She has her own style.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah,
Such as going
she's
to-
fun.
She's weird.
Such
She's
as
a
going to
fun,
the mall.
Sweet girl.
Such as going to the mall in full-blown Lolita clothing.
Just saying.
She's a fun girl. She doesn't care what other people think.
No, that's
She's
fine.
just gonna
You know,
do
that's
her.
great.
Taryn,
You
you
keep-
keep being
You're-
you,
you're-
baby. I love
you keep doing you.
You're
I don't
amazing,
care.
boo.
It's just you're weird.
Shut up!
Next question from Tamaz Borgala. FGN. Can you play an FGN Skyblock in Minecraft?
Haven't we done that?
I did that like when it first came out.
Skyblock. Isn't that where you start out in the sky on that little bit of block with one tree?
And you start with dirt, and you have to make a cobblestone Jedi. That came out like a long time
We
ago.
did do that.
We tried it, but we just
But-
didn't really care for it.
Children kept dying.
What are you talking about?
Children.
Bear, can you and Tyler bring back Heroescape?
Oh yeah, we do have to.
I
do
think,
that.
yeah, we did one Heroescape. Or
No, we did a couple.
two. We did two.
You
Or
guys did
But
a
we
couple
played.
of them.
We played a lot
did, like-
off camera though.
Yeah, the problem with that is like when I did the camera where everybody really enjoyed me holding the camera, but could you imagine playing a half an hour or 45 minutes
Especially
game
if we
with
were to
me
do-
holding the camera and moving it around all the characters?
Well, now that you have that new camera, your little vlogging camera that
yeah.
you bought,
I could probably use that one.
you could probably use that one instead of using this big one.
That and the matches will be a lot longer since we learned how to do master.
Yeah.
The matches are way
like
way
they
long.
took us
like an hour.
like an
Just
hour and a half for one match.
Well, it might be something you guys can consider. A lot of people really enjoyed it.
You know, let's just stream it.
This one's addressed to you, Pleb. Can you do a video on your channel finally?
Ooh.
I was told I wasn't allowed to.
Brianna,
Not true.
can you and your dad do Who's Your Daddy? I actually just released one today. It's funny you mentioned that. Just released one today. Finally, the amazing Pixie. Can you join the rest of your family in
Wait.
Airsoft? This is my 36th time asking.
Ooh.
When
Please
did-
pick. How did you?
When did we do Who's Your Daddy?
You guys played it the other day.
When?
That moment when you record so much you forget what games you're playing.
Yeah.
I don't even
So
remember.
this is my
doing
36th time asking. Please pick me. It's my birthday, and it would be an amazing birthday present. Well, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday.
Happy
it's your
birthday.
It's your birthday.
And can Pixie join the rest of the family in Airsoft?
No, she will never.
not. She will never participate.
She'd rather shoot people than be shot.
Oh, I don't want to say never.
Oh,
It
she'll never
kind
play.
of goes
She will
along.
never.
Okay, there's a couple issues here. One, I hate running.
You don't have to run. It's just
You
there.
don't
There
even
is
have to
no
run.
chance
Two,
ever.
I hate getting hot and sweaty.
Okay.
Don't wear.
She will never get out there and play airsoft.
Three,
Ever.
Even if she didn't
I
have to run,
get
even if
incredibly
she
aggressive, and I would probably start shooting little children as if they were
Like real soldiers.
like I was fighting ISIS or something. Like I would go I go for the throat, you guys. It's really
Go for the throat on the dog down there that's snoring. We'll start there. Next question
So in other
from
words,
a
never.
Miss Celestia Med. Ask Pixie. On
Yes.
number 9 of the forest, did your throat hurt after that scream?
I don't remember this episode, but probably. If I screamed really hard, I probably did.
It's just Francis. Ask FGN. Has anyone ever said a bad word in the middle of recording? I think her years ago.
I have.
She got scared in Minecraft, like a creeper came up and she said, "Oh, S word."
Yeah.
And that was it. But other than that, literally, out of the thousands of videos we've done, the only time we've ever had to like just stop recording is if a doorbell rang or if, something happened in game, like somebody got kicked out of the game or a game crashed. We had to stop recording and do it
Or
over.
one
Other-
person is just being plain annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Other than that, ask Valadin. Where did you get the name Valadin from? We've been over that. We actually have been asked that several times. long story short, it was a name I created years and years and years
He
ago.
had a dwarf paladin on WoW named Valadin.
And then he loved it
And I liked it and I took it.
Ask Bear, will you play No Man's Sky?
That game looks freaking awesome.
I remember that now. That's on Steam. I think it's like a $50 game or something like that. That's that
$59.99.
exploration game, isn't it?
Aye, Capitan.
I will definitely probably be playing that.
There is
Except
an
for
they
the-
tried recreating the size of the universe in that game. There is literally like an infinite amount of planets you can go and explore. And
I might have to try
like it's
that.
never ending. Nobody will ever visit the same planet ever.
That's kind of cool.
So
yes, you probably can expect me to try that.
each planet has its own little life, like life forms and stuff. So
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
somebody's phone is vibrating, and it ain't mine.
Next question from a Florian to Legend 1. Hashtag Ask Snapple. Soccer or hockey?
How are those even comparable? Like one's on ice and one's on grass.
Soccer,
Hockey is
Hockey?
very like
Aggressive.
punching. Like what's cool is the refs just let them duke it out until they're done, and then they're like penalty
I like
box.
hockey because of the whole aggressive part of it, but
Soccer's
probably
pretty
soccer.
cool.
I like watching hockey because I like seeing people getting their teeth knocked out, and then I like soccer just because soccer is one of my favorite sports. So
Next question from a Bang Tand. What's your favorite big cat?
Lion. A lion. Say a lion. Lion. Lion.
okay, fine, liger.
A liger.
Liger.
Yes.
I'm torn because I think cheetahs are really beautiful.
Those too skinny for me.
Leopards.
Leopards are beautiful.
Snow leopards.
Ooh. Yes.
What about a puma?
A what?
A puma.
I was going to say a
What
panther.
about a lynx?
Lynxes are adorable.
What about an anteater?
That's not a cat.
I've never seen a.
I don't know. I'd have to say probably
they exist.
You probably won't ever.
probably a cheetah because I saw this documentary once of this
Feels like
cheetah
an armadillo with an elephant.
who like found a
I don't know what they look like, but do they actually exist?
I forget what she found. It was like an antelope or something like that in Africa,
Anteater.
and she
Nursed it.
nursed it. Yeah, she like carried it up into the tree and like took care of it, and I was like,
Anteater.
oh, I love that.
Like, okay, I don't want people to think I'm stupid. I know anteaters exist, but I've never seen them, and they look really
Alright.
funky. Like, they just...
That anteater looks disgusting. The recorded lifespan is 29.8 years. The weight is 110 to 180 pounds.
Depending on how many ants they eat.
It can be up to 5 feet. Body temperature 94.1 degrees Fahrenheit.
These are all, like, useless facts.
Yeah.
What do you
Say
want?
as a child.
Oh, the dogs.
Yes. Amount
Well, I can't.
amount of
Bear's
snoring.
over here.
Amount of snoring that's
Bear.
going on over there. Next question from an Isabella Verdone. Ask family, what is your favorite family game night series? Game that you all play together. I think we've been over this a few times too, but as of right now, I have to say The Division. If we're working
Yeah.
on things right now, even though we've only done 2 videos on it,
Although the forest, I am actually having a lot of fun with the forest.
the
too.
forest is a lot of fun too. But I have to say my ultimate most favorite is The Division right now. Next question from the
Excuse me for a
Gaming
moment.
Monkey. FGN crew, I know it's an old game, but can you play Diablo 3? And if you can't do Diablo 3, then can you bring back Unturned? And Tyler, keep growing that mustache. And I hope Pixie chose this comment for the
Pixie, come
Q&A.
here. Pixie.
2 things. One, the Diablo 3, we actually tried playing it when we first started the channel and it got like no views because Diablo 3 is old and been played out. I know, like you just said, it is old. I just don't think anybody would really watch it. And 2, we can try Unturned. The problem with Unturned is if we try and play on a PvP server, somebody gets killed. We're going to spend more time trying to find that 4th person, the 2nd person.
Those games are really hard.
They're
to
hard
do.
to play because we're spending more time trying to edit and cut to try and find each other. So.
Maybe if it was just you or maybe one other person, maybe. But
Next question from an Andrew B. Are you going to PAX East? We were going to PAX East, but I don't think we're going to be attending this year. As of now, anyway, not unless something changes or something comes up.
We really wanted to go, but some other things came up for us.
Not only that, but at the same time, by the time we found out that, hey, you know, we can go, like, everything was already, like, booked. Like, it was so crazy quick to get booked out that...
And what's left, the hotels were super
far away, like
expensive
miles
or
and
really
miles,
far away.
really far away. We
And-
got spoiled last year. Our hotel was like right around the corner, so we were able to just walk right in there. Same with PAX South too.
Back south, our hotel was like
In
Can't be lucky
attached
every
to the convention center, so all we had to do was walk right outside.
Next question from a Tyverek or Kyle. If I said that right, I'm sorry if I butchered it. Ask FGN, and do you have a Pizza Hut, and do you like pizza?
Who doesn't have a Pizza Hut?
We have a Pizza Hut near us. I don't care for their pizza.
Yeah.
I used to love it when I was a kid.
I like
but
Domino's.
I was going to say Domino's is better, but who doesn't have a
I
Pizza Hut?
prefer Papa John's.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Next question from a Steven Blankenship. FGN, have you ever fight in a video? And if you did, do you put the video on YouTube or no? Please tell me. I want to know.
The closest thing to fighting is me and Brianna bickering.
That's really all it is.
Yeah.
Anytime, like, we'll get into a video and there's really no fighting amongst, me and Pixie or anything. It's just these two will start fighting with each other and we'll have to stop
She's
the
annoying.
video.
She does stuff
Stop killing me!
to irritate me, and I want to freaking punch her in the throat.
See, this is what happens. Now there has been
Brianna,
times.
stop hitting me! Knock it off!
She doesn't. She doesn't stop.
So
there you
has,
go. You
there
got to
has-
see it firsthand.
Yeah. So that's the type of stuff that happens in the videos. For the most part, we keep it just because it is. We try to keep things very
Very real.
authentic and.
Because no family's perfect. There's
No.
a lot of families out there that make it seem like everything is rainbows and cupcakes and perfect and whatnot, when no family is like that. There's going to be those nights where these two are bickering and Pixie will be like, all right, kids, play nice, knock it off. She'll try to, diffuse it while we keep going. Then once it's done recording, then we'll tell them, hey, guys, try and chill out the fighting next time. You guys were doing nothing but
Once we're
complaining.
done recording, we feel the wrath.
No, once we're done recording, everybody splits off.
There's been a few times where the kids have gotten the wrath from me about it.
No,
and then
it's
there's
not
been a
just
couple
wrap.
times.
It's like she freaking threw the sun at us and
melted their face off.
she turned into freaking raw and was like, "Caw!" and bit her face.
But
off.
if we're gonna be
Raw
honest,
sun god.
there has been a few times where
say.
the bickering has gotten so out of
Oh.
control. Excuse me.
Oh, are you talking?
Wow. There has been a few times where where the bickering's gotten so out of control where we did have to scrap the video. And we had to start over.
Or
Those were the days
sometimes we end up
when-
just skipping the recording because these guys will not get along and we're just like, all right, we're not going to record tonight.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a good behind the scenes for you guys, because I get people all the time that are like, how come you didn't record tonight? You guys said you were going to record this, or how come you haven't put up any of these
Because of
videos?
us.
It's really because we just couldn't get the time, or
We could get along.
I'm like, hey, we're going to record tonight, and all of a sudden friends show up or something, or Brianna ends up going out with a couple of friends, and I'm like, okay, I guess
Or
we're
we've
not...
got technical difficulties with somebody's computer.
Somebody's computer is not playing a game right, or somebody keeps
My
downloading
bad.
stuff and destroying their computer.
Well, how does that count as okay?
So at any rate,
For some reason,
there you go. You get some
I
behind
have
the
a
scenes right there.
reputation of destroying computers. When all that happened when I was
Because he
10,
has destroyed
Every computer.
I was like
every
10.
computer he has ever touched.
I was like
There
10.
has been viruses.
I
you
was
would
10
not even-
years old.
You could not even imagine ones that were eating away the internal components.
Next
They were so bad.
question!
I was like 10 years old.
Next question from a Hunter Boo. Ask Pixie. I can't remember if I've already asked this, but if you had one family member you could take with you, can't be the dogs, to the Bahamas, who would it be?
I would take Bear. I think we would have fun sitting on the
dog.
beach, drinking a couple cocktails,
Me and Tyler were back home shivering, making mac and cheese.
enjoying the peace and quiet
Just
away
saying.
from
Hey,
children.
no, I'm fine with that.
That'd be fun.
Next question from Clementine. Are you the Clementine from Walking Dead?
Yes.
Sweet. Hashtag Ask FJ Crew. When was the last time the family hung out?
Exhibit.
And if you remember
Exhibit it.
correctly,
Now we have to pause the video.
just saying.
See you guys. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Exhibit A.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
There you go.
Welcome
so,
back.
Yeah, so prime example right there.
Welcome
Bells will
back.
ring, something happens.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back.
I thought you were
Whoa.
gonna hit me.
Welcome back.
He beats me.
Welcome back. Okay.
Okay, let go. God,
That's that old people strength right there.
freaking old man. Stop.
So anyway, I'll repeat that question from Clementine. When was the last time the family hung out? And if you remember correctly, what movie were you guys watching? We watch The Walking Dead every Sunday night, as far as that stuff goes.
She wrote a novel.
Oh my goodness, that's the same
You didn't
person.
see the
Whoa!
She had lots of questions. Thank you, Clementine.
So we watch a movie every Sunday. Ask Bear Q&A. I really enjoyed the Forest and Airsoft series. Well, thank you for enjoying that Airsoft series.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have one game in mind, though, a game called Transformice.com. It's a really addicting game for me, and I joined in 2014. User configured if you guys would like to add me. I hope you can make a video of it or check it out.
Sounds familiar.
I was going to say, that really sounds familiar. I'll have to check that out.
I'll have to check it out now.
Ask Pixie.
Yes.
You were always like a motherly figure towards me, and my
thank
mother
you.
came back from the hospital the weeks before. Anyway, if you had a chance to do a Make-A-Wish meetup, would you? If yes, why? If not, then maybe why not?
Well, thank you very much, and I hope your mother is feeling better. As for Make-A-Wish, absolutely, in a heartbeat. If somebody reached out to me from the Make-A-Wish Foundation
And said, hey, we want the FGN crew to show up and come hang out with kids for the day. I'm like, sign me up, dude. I'll
tell
be
me
there.
when and where, and we'll be there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
actually one of my favorite charities. So.
I just don't think we're big enough for people to reach out to. You know, it's not like PewDiePie to where, you know, he gets to do that sort of stuff where people are reaching out to him and saying, hey, we've got a really big charity event going. Would you like to come participate? You know, we're just not that big. Yeah, there's a lot of bigger channels out there. Not saying that we can't maybe try and reach out ourselves and do it, but
But I think they actually have to reach out to you.
yeah, they do. That's why I was saying
they set everything up. But yeah, absolutely. If Make-A-Wish ever reached out to us and said, "Hey, would you come visit, you know, this child or this person?" I would,
Absolutely.
in a heartbeat.
If there was a child out there that said, you know, for example, like that one kid that wanted to meet Justin Bieber, or the kid that wanted to meet The Rock, whoever the deal is, if there was fans out there that were in that situation that said that that was their Make-A-Wish, I would be honored.
You know what I think would be really cool is if we could ever beat John Cena's record. He holds the record for the most Make-A-Wish things.
He's freaking John Cena.
I know, but I would like, if I could, I would beat that.
There you go.
If I could.
Snapple, which wrestler do you look up towards? The only wrestler I love would be Y2J, aka Chris Jericho. If you don't know who that is, search it up. I know who Chris Jericho is.
I can't believe he's still wrestling.
The fact that we were just talking about John Cena.
John
I have to say The Rock.
Well, he doesn't wrestle
Well,
anymore.
when he did wrestle.
Yeah, I agree, but I have to say John Cena now, as far as modern
Or
stuff goes.
Batista.
That dude's huge. Hashtag the peasant, an ignorant, rude, or unsophisticated person. A person of low social status. Oh, look, that's you. Oh! Boom! Shots fired.
To
Rude,
burn area.
unsophisticated person. Dang.
That right there was the highlight of my day. I love you just that much more. That was.
Well, your incompetent mind is too fimble to understand real humor.
Ooh, shots fired back.
Come at me.
He had a riot shield and he deflected it back at you. What are you going to do about it?
That actually kind of sucked.
Just
Actually, I actually think you did an amazing job on that burn, Clementine. Thank you for
Did
that.
Brian just say that mine didn't make any sense?
I said it was bad.
Hashtag
She's saying
ask
you were
Jeff-
lame.
It was just throwing in big words. That's
You
all.
are a lame loser.
Hashtag Ask FGN Crew. Will you guys go to Wrestlemania? It would be in Dallas, Texas, which I cannot go. RIP. I think it would be freaking awesome to go to Wrestlemania. Honestly, I've never looked into it or put any thought or any effort towards trying to take the family to a Wrestlemania, but I guarantee you if I was like showed up one day with tickets and said,
I'd
"Here,
be
we're going to
down.
Wrestlemania," everybody'd be like, "All right, let's go try
Let's
it."
go.
I want to go to Nitro Circus.
Yes, that would be fun too. That would be really cool. And our last question to wrap up and conclude our Friday
You see that?
Q&A on Friday comes from an AFBILB2. AFBILB2. Dear FGN, here are my questions. Tyler, your favorite movie at the moment, and please be nice and cherish your family. You never know how fast things can happen, and you are very attractive.
That went from
Thank
that
you.
went from 0 to 100 back to 0.
Your favorite movie at the
Stayed
moment.
at 0.
Favorite movie at the moment? I don't know. Kind of want a Lord of the Rings kick right now, so
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Brianna, Disneyland or Disney World, and keep screaming at the beginning of every video. Disneyland or Disney
I
World?
love them both.
I have to say Disneyland if I had to answer. Disney World
Disneyland.
was way overwhelming.
Disney World was nice, but I liked the original
Yeah. Pixie.
Originality.
I would definitely go to
Originality.
Disney World. again.
Pixie,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
And what are your 3 favorite games to play? She didn't say console or PC, just any games.
Dead Realm,
Nope.
Amnesia, and Outlast.
Those
3 favorite games, all-time favorites.
And Until Dawn.
Let's just go with Mario Kart 64.
Okay.
That was a good game.
Candy Crush Saga.
I'm getting angry with that. I'm stuck.
What about
on-
your new Blossom Blast? Or whatever?
I really like the Blossom Blast Saga. That's a fun game. And
Oh, help us.
World of Warcraft, but Wrath of the Lich King.
Very good expansion. Probably the
My,
best.
the best.
A lot of people.
Legion's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Legion's gonna be good.
Give us the strength. To help
What's
our
the name of
mother.
this expansion we're on right now? I can't remember.
Crappy
Can't
Draenor.
remember. Draenor. Warlords of Draenor. This one's fun. I appreciate the garrison.
I got tired
I'm
of the
kind of
garrisons
disappointed
really
that it's
quick.
like kind of a lame attempt at player housing. I really want. I had a spot picked out for my house for years. I've had a
think-
spot picked out for my house.
I think if anything, if the garrisons were account wide instead of each character having to have
But
their
no, then
own-
you can have
My
different
hair.
things.
Yeah,
and
but
different.
I don't want to build 10 garrisons either.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't like the grind.
I don't like the grind. I literally played it
It's not so
maybe,
bad.
and this
There are
is being
very few
very
things.
generous, maybe 3 weeks of Draenor, and I just couldn't get into
I
it
usually
anymore.
play with my dad, but I haven't played with my dad in a while. In fact,
I know.
Hi Dad, love you. Sorry I haven't called in a while.
I know. My account time ran out, and I got mad.
Last part of the question is, Bear, how long do you think you will continue with YouTube? I hope it will be for a while. I will continue YouTube, in all honesty. I will continue YouTube under 2 conditions. And if none of these conditions, happen, then... So the first one will be, as long as people continue to watch the content and people are still enjoying what we do, I will continue. So there's one reason why I will continue, one reason why I wouldn't continue. So that would be the reason why I'll always continue. As long as people are still watching and clicking on the videos and enjoying the content and like watching it, I will always continue YouTube until the day it all just crumbles apart. And the reason I would ever quit YouTube is if I won the lottery. If I won that $500 billion or whatever the heck
it was
You would
like
just
1.3
leave-
billion.
1.3
You would just
billion.
leave all of these kids who
Literally,
love you.
I'm sorry, I love you all, but if I won 1.3 billion, I wouldn't delete the account. I probably would turn it into a vlog channel and just vlog traveling the world and just buying Lamborghinis and vlogging my new, what was that new car? The
Cententario.
Cententario. Check out the brand new 2016 Cententario. That thing is
We're not sponsored.
Sponsor.
Sponsored.
If we,
Hey, if
That would be
Lamborghini
cool.
ever sees this and decides, hey,
I'll take an Aventador as a sponsorship. I'll sign a 2-year contract, no big deal. I don't want to pay for the insurance or the tires or the windshield cracks or
just get
those
basically
are
get to them for
the
free.
windshield cracks are the cheap things.
on a Lamborghini getting a windshield redone.
Just
yeah,
get it.
Funny.
Do the little. Oh no, because the chip thing
Yeah.
never works. Still gets a
Yeah.
crack in the
On a-
windshield.
on a Aventador, it's like $550,000 for one of those things. So could you imagine how much a windshield would be? It's not a $200 Toyota windshield. We're talking.
It's you gotta get like the glass that's all like curved.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, never mind.
So, at any rate, thanks sincerely, Avalia. Ooh, I even said it right without even reading how she pronounced it. Person who drew you all the Tim Burton characters.
I know, and that's why I picked her question is because that drawing was amazing.
This it was, Avalia. I actually, trying to think of.
I thought that was part of the question. He was reading it.
No,
like,
I was
what?
trying to think of what I was going to say. I have it on my phone still. I literally screenshotted and downloaded that picture.
I do too.
I absolutely love that Tim Burton picture you drew. That by far is just like that.
It was an amazing fan art.
Yeah,
piece,
that was
so
a
thank
very.
you so much.
You are a very talented artist, and I would really love to see some future artwork of. Maybe what we'll have to do is maybe whenever we get our airsoft gear, we'll have to take a picture of all of us in our gear. Maybe you can mimic drawing us in our airsoft gear. I think that'd be kind of cool. But those Tim Burton characters were pretty phenomenal. So, well, thank you.
Great job.
I really do appreciate that picture. So, at any rate, guys, that concludes and wraps up our next Q&A on Friday.
It's already 3:40.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate all of your guys' support and continually submitting questions for the Q&A. It really means a lot to us.
Keep them coming. Keep them interesting.
Yeah, keep them different and keep them fun and interesting because
Quick
that's
note.
what is also really fun for people to watch.
quick note, I do have Instagram now.
She does have an Instagram now, which is what?
FGN_Snap43_FGN.
There you go. That's the
And
real.
it's the real one.
That's the real one. There's so many fake ones out there.
So
that
many.
you heard it from her. That is the real one. So
I still get
FGN
asked all the time.
_Snap43
Is that really Brianna?
_FGN.
Or everywhere I get people on like on my Snapchat
Let me
that'll
see, you got
message
your
me and be
brightest
like,
thing
"Is
down.
that?" or saying like that one,
I
like she's the
can't
fake
imagine.
one and like all this other stuff.
Did see it in the
Yeah.
first place, but yeah.
So at any rate, guys, that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, leave your comments and questions down below. We'll pick as many as we can, and we'll see you guys next Friday for the next Q&A.
Bye.
Bye.